I'm a vegetarian. We're in love.
I've licked one of these croissants.
I'm not wearing any underwear.
I'm stoned.
I'm a racist.
I'm pretending to have cancer.
But we all love Duke's Barrel Cheese!
Duke's Barrel Cheese. The cheese for liars.
I want to start out by preface this video with the fact that the first one got taken down for terms of service is because it got so many reports of bullying and cyberbullying. And there was a couple documents that were up there that were public documents, but because YouTube's terms of service can be kind of, you know, just depends on when you catch them on, you know, what issue. But so the video got taken down. So as you get into this video, you hear the Wrangler state that I'm insisting that my followers don't go. Well, they went and did it. I mean, I guess the point is, I don't really understand the purpose of this video that he made in the first place. I don't know why he felt like he had to address a couple of subs and channel members leaving, no matter how close they were to the channel. I mean, it's a YouTube channel. People come and go and so on and so forth. And it might be that he gets too personal on this channel. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I do know that I've known him since he came up. And I do know that... you know, I did extend it once that if he ever wanted to come talk about it, I'm more than happy to. I mean, this video does not hurt him or the channel or anything. It's just basically the same thing. Just the truth lies out there somewhere. And I said it a long time ago. The sooner you handle it, the better things will go, and the sooner it's done. Now, there's other issues too. Don't get me wrong. But I want to point out that he emphasizes that his roughnecks, his followers, his channel family, they're not going to go out and they're not going to attack, especially, he says, if you're not a frauder. If you're not a frauder, I wish you the best, and da-da-da-da. Well, yeah, okay. I mean, it was all for show. Anyway, it did happen. This is a rebound video. I've run it through on check and stuff. Like I said with YouTube, it just depends on, you just never know. You never know what you're going to get. Like that box of chocolates, you just never know what you're going to get. But here it is, just basically addressing the same issue once again. All right, let's get with it.
You know, in the last, call it 7, 8, maybe 9 days, there's been some interesting things put out about me. Well, I wouldn't say they're interesting. I would say it's the same old regurgitated shit by channels that want me gone, and some of which have gotten monetized on my back and don't know how to do anything else.
Started out by saying I find the whole purpose of this video weird in the first place. Why it's even being made. I know it's kind of pointed at a couple members that are leaving, and he goes going to the other side or against him or whatever, and I don't think that's the case at all. They're just finding out things that they didn't know about from hanging out in other channels. That's all.
And that's fine. People are always going to be faced with limitations. Human beings will always be faced with limitations. Now, you know, I realize that we've also had some that we thought we're close to our group, our family. It's not a cult. People are free to opine about whatever they want. It's called free will. And if some of you other channels don't like it. Discord drama whores who aren't happy unless you're stirring up trouble. That's fine. My people and me.
I was medically boarded out after enough to earn myself 2 Purple Hearts and 3 tours. So
My people and me crap again. You're such a narcissist. And Discord drama whores. First of all, I've never been there. I know that you're pointing the finger at probably a specific person, but I don't go to Discord. But I call you out because you built this channel on BS.
I've had 9 surgeries, 2 gunshot wounds, and I still have frag next to my spine.
I don't have a Purple Heart.
I didn't retire. I was medically boarded out after enough to earn myself 2 Purple Hearts and 3 tours. So
I don't have a Purple Heart.
the last tour, and I had broke my leg. We took an RPG round to the grill, and that took us from doing about 70 miles an hour to nothing in less than a second.
Are still going to be here tomorrow. We're going to be here the next day. We are going to be here the day after that. And those of you who decided that you don't want to be on my side anymore, you feel that.
And I love how you say some people. Let's just name it, say it, man. I mean, I'm sure that whoever you're referring to would stand up and say it.
The sins that I have committed, or the alleged sins, some of which I've been accused of committing, and you all of a sudden feel that those are just too great for you to shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know why you're so surprised. I mean, what it is, some of your channel members, subs, whatever, maybe even some of them that are a little closer to the heart of the channel, contributors, what have you, have been going out and about and making comments in other channels, mine, I can think of a couple others, and learning some information that they didn't know anything about. And they're trying to figure out who is Fraudit Wrangler. Who is he? And there's quite a trail there. It's nothing new. And there's nothing new popping up. It's the same mess that's been there for a while. Some people take it to heart more the whole valor thing, and some people take it to heart more the legal aspect, the social. So either way, they're learning who is Fraudit Wrangler.
So be it. However, those of you who were until recently on, claiming to have my back, and that's fine. You feel free to go whichever route you want to go.
Yeah, there you go again. You're back. You built your channel on stories of being a war hero. And man, can you tell a story.
And the warhead just absolutely smashed the engine back. It snapped the transmission from the damn drive shaft. It pushed the entire engine and transmission back about 8 inches. And when it did that, it knocked the damn firewall in. I broke my leg a ½ inch under the knee.
But you cannot, in any way, shape, or form, validate any of those stories. Not one of them is true. None of it. Tell us how you're you took a bullet. Tell us about any bullet you've ever fired yourself. Tell the honest truth. All you had to do from the very beginning was say, wow, did I screw up? I walked into an arena where I didn't realize if I ran my mouth all the time, sooner or later it's going to catch up with me. Because it's one thing to be a loudmouth, that it's another to be a loudmouth liar in an arena where everything is documented. Just like the Frauditors. You tell lies, you record it. You deceive people, you record it. You commit crimes, you record it. What a yeah, Product Wrangler, your time's coming, man.
And completely confesses to all of his fake, phony military career lies that he's perpetrated and bilked people out of money for donations, so on and so forth. We're going to keep at him.
We, as in the Roughnecks, the Fraudit Wrangler channel, we will not go after anyone who is no longer on our side. And I'm saying this and I'm requesting it of Roughnecks.
You keep referring to the Roughnecks, the we, but it's all about me, I. I demand that it won't happen. Look, dude, it's a YouTube channel, and you have subs and you have members, and people are there because they believe in you, but nothing about you is believable. But they don't know that. There's a lot of people that don't know it. And the ones that think, oh, he's already made good with, what he's done in his past and so on and so forth. No, he hasn't. When it comes to the YouTube aspect of it, every bit of his channel was built on lies. The stolen valor were the stories. He brought in all these military guys, and that's who he, Ruha, telling all these great stories about his tours and everything else. That's how he built that channel. So it was built on lies. And then you have society.
Now, keep in mind, I didn't know I had a broken leg, so everything else was just, I was on that broken leg for 3 weeks in full battle rattle.
What documentation would you have that the United States military doesn't have?
You know what? As far as Frauditor Roundup and Frauditor Watch, I wish the both of you the absolute best. You will be no reprisals from me. I would rather focus on going forward, not looking back. And I hope that whatever made you want to go the opposite way of me, I hope it works out for you, and I hope that your decision is very much worth it for your life. I truly do. But there will be no reprisals, no retaliations from anyone on my side.
Well, let's think about this a minute. Maybe they chose to go to the other side because they have moral compass. Maybe once they learned the truth about Fraudit Wrangler, maybe they have a conscience. Maybe they feel like they were duped. They should. But you know what? You always have BOP. So you can hang your hat on that if that's what you need.
Oh no! Character of service uncharacterized. You're a turd. And you're only a turd because you have embellished an entire military career.
Since this video seems to have the under and overtones to kind of go this direction, I'm familiar with Fraudit Wrangler very early on, and it wasn't even Fraudit Wrangler then, it was Mike. And, you know, he showed up at Frauditor Troll's channel, and I was very much in tune with Frauditor Troll's channel, like 100% at that time, about a year ago. A little more than a year ago, I think. Or, right, yeah, a little more than. And a couple of things that were said early on the first couple of things, because that's all I did. I stayed in the bushes and I paid attention. Sometimes I made comments and I'd make contributions, and when it was a good show, I would tip the show. I would reward the show with a super chat and so on and so forth. And, you know, offered up some emails, always positive to FT and how good a job he was doing and and thoroughly enjoyed it until this guy showed up. And a couple of things were said, and they triggered something in me. And I looked into them, and just didn't seem to pan out. And some other things being said just didn't seem to pan out. The funny thing was, the whole purpose of him coming to Frauditor Troll's channel was to expose Picron down in Georgia, Georgia Transparency. He was going to discredit his military career. He was going to completely turn it around, how wrong it was. So there was all this military talk, you know, this, that, and the other, and boy, what a great what a great storyteller this guy is. But there was often things that were said, and as time went on, it got a little looser, things that were kind of self-incriminating. And I looked into them, and they didn't pan out. And I didn't, you know, people around me knew about it, exposing Frauditors, and Frauditors exposed both. I was involved with both of those. They were pretty familiar with my experience, and matter of fact, one experience took place on Frauditors Exposed channel one night when he was doing a flash troll. And as the night wore on, you know, and there was a couple times I asked a couple questions, because we're kind of it was just the three of us on the panel. Earlier there was more, but it was just the three of us on the panel at that time, and Mark Stout was busy trolling his, you know, places that he went to troll. But anyway, and I'd get a couple questions in, and I, you know, ask a couple simple questions, and yeah, I got, you know, kind of wishy-washy answers, but stuff I could look into, because that's what I did. That's what I did. I took bits of information, I put as much of it together as I could, and I went looking. That's how I find out information about Frauditors, and did that for a long time. Came to YouTube in 2012. I wasn't a puppy. Different screen names, but I wasn't a puppy. And of course, Mark being a good friend, that video was available to me, and I hadn't seen it in a long time, so I've been able to go back and look at it and spark some memory and stuff. But I have it for reference, as I do any live stream I ever did. Don't have access to the ones I did on other panels, but still can have some stuff. Anyway, so fast forward from there. Okay, I'm pretty skeptical of this guy. And at that time, he was Fraudit Wrangler. He had gone through the whole transition of Mike to Michael Kaiser, and then with an A and then with an I, and that all went pretty fast. That was pretty quickly done. And then he started his own channel. So go fast forward, flip-flop to exposing Frauditors. Same name, just turned around. Two different creatures. I'm doing live streams with him, and we're kind of getting along with it. Both of us were pretty new to the live stream thing. We were learning as we were going, and Kimmy Dawn was real active at the channel. She was there all the time, and if my memory serves me correctly, I made mention to exposing Frauditor. I said you ought to get her as a mod, and she, seems to have good comments and seems to solid, all, whatever. But she did. She got a wrench, and there was a couple other out there that did, and so got outside of that, nothing. But during while we were airing and so on and so forth, and you kind of pick up on people the way they chat, especially if you spend as much time just sitting back and watching as I did. You kind of pick up on their character just a little bit. And Kimmy was always great. Then she disappeared. And Wrangler had been coming around the channel. He liked to, especially after, when he was solo, he would do it, but not quite as extreme. Come to the live streams early and make sure that he was the first one in the live stream and make mention of his channel. And that's just not something you do. You just don't do that. Not without talking to the channel first or something. It's just not something I would ever do without checking into it first. But anyway, then all of a sudden Kimmy disappears, gone from nobody knows anything, da-da-da-da. Next thing you know, here it is, it's Kimmy Wrangler. And they would show up to live streams and say, I'm pouring my lovey-dovey coffee and getting them a donut. And it was almost like we were sitting through a TV show or something while they acted out their mornings. It was really strange. But anyway, there was a couple times he made mention to me about coming on his panel, and I was cordial and just kind of brushed it off and just never was going to happen. It didn't have the desire because I was learning things, let's say, and not just things. So anyway, that's why I have some interest in this. And I've always said that if he ever wanted to sit and talk with me on a live stream, I would do it, and I would be, I wouldn't hold back because, but then again, I'm open for questions too. So, and I've never turned that down. I don't. People say you hide behind, but I don't give a shit. Everybody knows who I am. There's a lot of people that do. I mean, I've communicated over the years with a lot of folks, and plus the folks that know me anyway, outside of YouTube that know I'm here, that follow and watch. So that's never been an issue with me. I have nothing to hide in my past. A few things I don't want to talk about, but I don't have anything to hide. All right, so let's get back to the video. I just wanted to lay that foundation a little bit. I think it was important because the first video I put out didn't seem to please the other side too much, and maybe it was a little much, but it wasn't any information on any other channel out there. As a matter of fact, I got it from another channel, and it's there. It's out there. It's been on video several places, but that's neither here nor there. Different opponents, I guess, call for different rules of engagement, I suppose. So I'll accept that. All right, so let's get caught up on the video here. It's going to be pretty lengthy now that I put this in there, but I felt it was important to lay that foundation. There's more to it than that, but that pretty well lays the foundation. I've been watching Product Wrangler since the beginning and have had some early success at debunking some things that were said, mostly about education, where they live, and so on and so forth, and da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, let's get back to it.
If you want to think I'm the devil, so be it. That's your right as well. I really hope, because of the respect I have for the both of you, I truly, truly hope I don't wake up one day in the next few weeks, next few days, and see that you have somehow, with a minimal amount of content, doubled your sub count.
Come on, man, with the melodramatics on the devil stuff. I mean, that's a standardized move. You know, you got to throw a little victimhood in there. Come on now. Jeez. Anyway. All right. I'm not sure why you said that with the little aggression in your voice. Are you assuming that these guys might be riding on your coattail or taking subs away from you? Is that what you're thinking? You know, because subs could desert you pretty quick. I mean, once the snowball starts rolling, you never know. But I say these guys, you know, my experience is they're going to get out and they're going to get into other channels. Been invited to my live stream and a couple other people's, and if our audience likes them, they're going to join. Their sub count's going to certainly grow. There's no doubt about it. You know, so I don't know what you're trying to get at with that. It seemed like, you know, YouTube wants to get on me about bullying, whatever. That sounds like a bully move to me, kind of, you know. But, you know, sure hope, you know, I don't wake up and see that. You know, lo and behold, if I do. You know, and then you say, well, there's nothing I can do about it anyway. Then what the hell are you saying it for? You know, again, what's the purpose of this video? It seems to be a self-centered type deal. There's some type of satisfaction for stroking your own, you know, membrane or something. I don't know what's going on.
I really hope I don't see that. And even if I do, I mean, I'm not going to do anything about it, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to atone for that, not me. You're the one that has to carry that burden, not me.
What? They're not carrying a burden. They're carrying a burden by supporting your channel. That's carrying a burden, and it was a burden they didn't know they were carrying. Now they do know. Dude, you are so into yourself. It just blows my mind. These guys are going to be just fine. They just made a mistake and stumbled across the wrong channel. They, you know, and most of us have a tendency to believe people and look for the good in people. They probably, you know, were hoping that you were what you say you were, but you're not, and you're never going to be.
Me? I feel that I have atoned to everyone that I'm responsible to. To the same dumbasses that keep showing up in my comments, KFARs, that thinking that...
KFAR? I thought KFAR denounced having any contact with you. I thought you guys didn't, you weren't buddies anymore. KFAR said he wasn't supporting you. Or is he? I guess he is. I don't think KFAR knows. He's just kind of wishy-washy. I don't think he's as devious as you by any means. He's just a little bit wishy-washy. But, you know, he's a roughneck, so once a roughneck, always a roughneck, right?
Those people wills that they should be going after me because you want them to. You know,
No. Going after you because they finally see the truth. All the things that you have worked so hard at keeping from being exposed to your new round of members and subs. You know, they think it's just apologizing for committing a couple crimes. Little do they know there's much more than that.
Answer to our subscribers and our channel members. We don't answer to Discord drama whores because, I mean, shit, you're not subs anyway. You're not paid member in any of those channels. And my people have made it very, very clear what direction they want this channel going. And if you don't like it, I don't care. Maybe, if some of you Discord drama whores would put a third of the effort that you put into hoping to find shit on me to try to make me look worse.
Oh, this is easy. This doesn't take that much time. It's all there. Don't have to find anything. It's all been found, my friend. Yeah, there's nowhere to hide. Sometimes I have to go back and maybe dig out an old video just to have a receipt to validate. But no, it's all you're over dramatizing all this, and
maybe if you took that same effort or even a third of it, you could do something with your channel. And believe it or not, as long as you're not a frauditor, I really, really wish nothing but the best for these channel owners. I truly do. You know, if you don't like how I live my life, it doesn't matter. I live my life. I have a channel that I truly enjoy operating. It is surrounded by people that I'm proud to call friends and family. It brought me to my wife and the absolute love of my life. And I'm not going anywhere. For whatever reason, some of you think that because, yes, I have committed some crimes in my past, I have fucked up. Who among us haven't?
playing semantics again. He used to call it a mistake and then screw ups, now ups. You know, that's not what this is. A mistake is turning the wrong direction when you meant to go the other way. That's a mistake. That's not what you've done. That's not what your past is. Your past is calculated crime. Calculated crime. Pathological lying. Telling stolen valor stories to build your YouTube channel. Hiding your crimes. Hiding the fact that you told all these stories. There's people that are on your channel right now that have no clue. You've done a good job of hiding it, Geyser, but it's catching up with you.
I've never, ever had a problem owning up to my screw-ups. Ever. And if you don't like that I have screwed up, move past it and try doing better, and people actually enjoy seeing that, then that's your issue because that's your hang-up.
Yeah, no hang-ups here. And you know what? I look around. No, I have not. I have not, as you call it, up like you have. Never. Not even close. Building a YouTube channel on stolen valor, on lies, stories. You know, before the internet, you could probably run around and tell these kind of stories and stuff and get people would be impressed. You know, all the crap, you got your little tattoos and all the little insignias and stuff. It's all bull crap, all of it. Every single bit of it. It's been proven. The DD-214's there. The retired master sergeant has put the paperwork out there. A channel built on lies. That's Fraudit Wrangler, the Roughnecks.
But those of you who were 2 days ago on Team Wrangler and all of a sudden, you know, you don't want to be anymore, I wish you nothing but the best. You will have no reprisals. You will have none reactions from us. I wish you the best, and my best to you and yours. Roughnecks, you will see us this evening. We got a good show for you tonight, and
because privates do what they do. and not taking responsibility for your actions and your words, there you go. I still can't get over the fact that if you had reached out to me, I would have provided documentation. What documentation would you have that shows that you served from 2000 to 2008, 3 tours in Afghanistan? You know, being wounded, I didn't put in for my Purple Heart, my Humvee was going 70 and stopped dead from an RPG, I was a staff sergeant, I served from 2000 to 2008, 3 tours in Afghanistan, and all the other total lies he has told on his YouTube channel. We're going to keep right after you there, Private Kaiser.